I believe, comic book writer, or he doesn't write. He probably doesn't like being called that. Alan Moore.
He's a fucking comic book writer. I don't care if you think you're some fucking magician. No, wait, that's Grant Morrison. He's the magician. Welcome to Every Album Ever with Mike and Alex. My name is Michael Mansour, and I'm joined, as always, by my I'm very jealous of your t-shirt co-host, Alexander Volts. Say hello.
I think you were with me when I got this.
Was it at the...
Baroness, Zillanordor, Deaf Heaven.
That was a very fun show.
This is a good lineup.
Good-ass lineup.
But hello.
It's Every Album Ever, the podcast where we listen to every single album in the world, one artist at a time. That's a new discography, more or less, per episode. And today, we'll be discussing every album by...
Probably going to say it wrong. Bauhaus. Get that gross German, almost H.R. Giger.
Almost throaty gurgle of a name. This was requested on Patreon by James. Thank you, buddy, for supporting and being honestly, he's I would say, like, an archetype for my favorite kind of listener that we have, where it's like, I just wanted someone to talk about the bands that no one's talking about, and here we are. And honestly, I've been wanting to cover Bauhaus for a long time. Never had a real reason. I wasn't like dying to.
I've been wanting to do it since Joy Division, when I discovered
post-punk.
I'm just a gothy boy, I guess. Listeners have got to witness
your transformation. Full on makeup, black clothing, lipstick, not on camera, only off camera.
It's for you. But didn't really listen to goth music before the podcast. So. Yeah,
I mean, Joy Division, I think people can call it goth. I think it's more post-punk than goth,
or proto-goth, maybe.
I mean, these guys are credited with inventing goth, but even they don't like there's art rock, post-punk stuff. It's just when you have a little bit more black and a little bit more black,
just morbid song lyrics.
The hair and the eyeliner, then just kind of what it turned into. So James requested this. Thank you, buddy, for supporting us and requesting this. Also requested a long time ago by Dick Buffman on YouTube.
Oh, that's right. That guy requested that.
It's a pretty badass name.
I was like, we got to say, obviously not his real name, but
you don't know that.
we have to say it on the air, though.
I've been wanting to hear these guys for a long time. It's one of those everybody in high school let me correct that. A very specific group of people in high school.
Yeah, I would say very specific.
Yeah, wearing all the patches and stuff. And it was one of those things where I kind of get what they're associated with. I probably wouldn't hate them. I'm just not really curious. But in later years, I'm like, I fucking need to hear them. Never got around to
Who has the time?
Exactly. We're busy listening to Body Count. All right, that's what we do here.
That's what we do. We do Body Count. And Simon and Garfunkel first. Yes. I was trying to think of something else.
Well, that one is at least...
We do Spice Girls.
Yeah. Again, only if they pay us, which we've been paid for these fucking things. Excited for this. But before we go into the band, if you want to actually support us, you know what to do. The buttons and the subscribes and the ratings and all the what have you.
Tell a friend.
You can always tell a friend. But most importantly, patreon.com/everyalbumever. There you get bonus episodes, early access to certain episodes, discounts off merch. You get to see which episodes we have planned ahead of time. And of course, tier 2, just like James, jump the line when requesting an artist to make sure that we actually get to it. From this point on, for a while, there's going to be only Patreon requested episodes. Like until the end of the year, I think is only Patreon requested episodes, starting from this episode.
Okay. I don't even know where we're at time-wise.
I believe today is November 23rd.
Okay.
I believe that is the day.
Release.
Yeah.
We sometimes travel into the future.
Sometimes. Most of the time we're 2 days before release. So you can do that if you would like it. It's very helpful to us, and it ensures that we're all together as one big community of mouth-breathing virgins. But now...
I gets mine.
You get yours?
I bring the ruckus.
You bring the ruckus to the ladies. Getting that ass, Larry. So, Bauhaus.
I was very, very bad at my homework this week. It's been a hell of a week. Yeah. But I can or that's not true. I know the members' names, which Daniel Ash, Peter Murphy, who's the most famous, the
sure.
singer, go on create other bands that people love, pun intended, like Love and Rockets.
Is that the name of them?
Is that a band?
We're gonna find out in 3, 2, 1. 0, -1, -2, -3. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Damn.
No, it's Love Has. Wait, nope. Yeah, I think he's just a solo artist.
Okay,
yeah, that's what I thought what he was. Maybe there's other ones, but yeah, I think it's just solo.
Oh, there we go. Love and Rockets, which is Daniel Ash and David J.
Oh, that's their band.
And Kevin.
Okay, so it's everyone but Peter.
Peter Murphy.
Yeah, Peter was the solo guy. So late 70s, early 80s, the same period as, Joy Division stuff and who else are their contemporaries?
I would say early 4 AD.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Like, oh man, I heard someone pronounce Cocteau Twins very interesting, and I forgot how they said it.
It's probably wrong. It's Cocteau.
Yeah.
Cocteau, like it was cock and toe.
Yeah. I think maybe because they were British, they had an interesting way of pronouncing it.
Cocteau.
Yeah. But I would say those are probably.
Oh yeah, Cocteau Twins. Oh, check out that episode. Everyone hates it. And the Joy Division. Not so many people hate that one.
I love it. I feel like they were the start of.
Your metamorphosis.
Yeah. So I would say those people are kind of their peers.
One more peer. Perubu.
Oh, I never heard.
Perubu. I heard one album, and we've gotten some requests to do them.
Okay.
I forget how big their discography is, but it's been years since I've heard them. I didn't care too much when I heard it, but I have a feeling I might feel differently now.
Yeah.
Susie and the Banshees also.
Yeah, they kind of took. It's funny, like going into this, I knew like the goth rock label. I have never listened to any of these albums. I know the one song. It's like, oh, they kind of took what like Joy Division and Susie did and ran with it. But what I was not fucking expecting was some dub reggae.
Oh, nor was I. And I not my bag. As we know, I fucking hate reggae.
Yeah.
I fucking hate it.
As I've said before, if I'm gonna do it though, dub reggae.
You have said that many times.
And then it was. I guess we'll talk about it when we get to those songs.
Yeah.
So it was like very interesting to me, like. Well, your brains are fucking weird that you made this work.
Interesting, guys. Also, yet another example of the British being obsessed with reggae.
Yes.
Early British punk bands and stuff being obsessed with reggae.
Obsessed with, yeah. And then another thing I wasn't expecting was like the Bowie influence.
Oh, okay.
And it was funny because like I'm hearing all these things and I'm like, am I just like reaching or like do I not know this? And then I watched the thrash theory about how goth became goth, and in that video the dude was dropping all these things too, so I'm not crazy.
Right. What was it? One more of their peers, the pop group, which is like, god damn, we've gotten requests to do them as well, and I've been wanting to hear them because it's one of those bands where I overheard my brother listening to them growing up and never asked who it was, never put together, and then like this year he put them on as you never listened to the pop group? And like never, and then he puts it on. It's like, holy shit, I know all these songs. Minutemen cited them as like a huge influence, and they're associated with all these people. They're like, they're one of those bands, but they just got lost. I think they get lost more so than like Joy Division, obviously, Gang of Four.
Yeah. This is my first time hearing about them.
Yeah.
Another group we left out that we've covered who would probably be peers is the Birthday Party.
Birthday Party. Oh boy.
I forget the Birthday Party is goth adjacent.
They're more. I mean, I always consider these things more post-punk just because when you think goth, you think of the makeup and you think of the evil. And Birthday Party, they had teased hair, but they were fucking mostly just high.
Well, yeah. I think the hair and the lyrical themes. That's why I use the term adjacent.
That is Nick Cave's MO.
Yeah,
dark and moody and stuff. But also, we covered them too. We covered all these fucking bands.
Yeah.
God damn, we have a backlog. But yeah, Birthday Party. God damn. By far the craziest of any of these bands. Like that's why it's even. I by the way, we now have on YouTube full playlists separated by genres, which I think is neat. And this is like a Discord Records playlist too.
Nice.
And I was like, where does Birthday Party go? Post punk. Fuck it. Because what else?
Were they on? I think we should maybe do a 4AD one. I think they were. Yeah.
If we have enough episodes based on them. Yeah.
Well, we got minimum 3 if Birthday Party was on 4AD.
I think so. I forget.
Yeah, we got minimum 3 now. So
right on. But what else?
So yeah, they British band of Northampton, and that kind of leads. We almost made an error and skipped this first little EP.
Well, we could have done the single, which is important. But this EP, I mean, it has the single on it, but it's just as well as the first things takes.
They've ever recorded.
Yeah, and it wasn't released until 2018.
Anyway, so
it wasn't exactly. It's still the first thing they've ever put out is still on that EP, so I think it still counts. But altogether, 5 albums and 1 EP that we're going to be covering. First EP came out 2018, but it was recorded in 1979, and last album 2008. That's a whole reunion album. We always we love a good reunion album.
Yes.
And by love, I mean we usually hate reunion albums.
Sometimes I'm like, hey, that's not bad.
Sometimes, yeah. Exactly. But we'll see how we feel about this one, I suppose. So I guess we might as well jump into it.
Let's do it.
Hell yeah.
I'm all crossed up here. Let's do it.
All right. Recorded 1979. This is 2018's The Bela Session EP.
It's fun. Like, this is the song I've heard.
Yeah. People are be like offended that we skipped the entire intro.
There's no way we can. This very like.
It's a 9-minute song, and the intro is.
It's kind of krautrock in terms that it builds and it builds and it builds.
Well, the vocals come in at 3 minutes.
Yeah.
So. Honestly, it's not the longest intro we've had on this.
No, but
I have to believe in a Melvin's song recently, it was 10 minutes before the vocals came in.
That's different, but
yeah, this is their first single, their most famous song.
And it's funny because like friend of the podcast Matt was playing this a lot on Halloween, and like I heard it there, and I never once thought dub reggae, but like sitting here listening by myself, I'm like
drums.
You got the echo,
clicks and stuff.
Yeah, I can't believe they just like. Why would you be listening to dub reggae and like, oh, what if this was evil
dub reggae? Is dead. Interesting vocal style. He sounds like a evil nerd.
Yes. Also, this was, from what I've read, recorded in a single take over like 6 hours, the whole EP. So
that is not surprising.
Yeah.
Hearing the other songs is not so surprising.
Yes.
This one feels like a new, fresh thing, especially for 79. It's like, who is doing a 9-minute this?
Yeah, this like jammy dub reggae krautrock
with evil.
Yeah,
and not even evil, just darkness. So
obviously that song's good.
That song is very good. Least favorite.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
And it was almost worse. And I had to like think about it a lot. And the only reason why it's not worse is because the actual single, which is Bela Lugosi's Dead and Boys, those are 2 great songs. Everything in between is garbage. I hate everything in between. Fucking awful. Dude, like, so the reggae-ness didn't really hit me on Bela Lugosi's Dead so much. Obviously, with a song like Harry,
which is about Deborah Harry.
It is Blondie?
Yeah.
It's so bad. It's so fucking bad, dude.
That song, I think I just like found kind of amusing and funny because
It is very funny.
there's a part where they kind of like mouth, like I don't know if it's supposed to be like open hi-hat or like a China cymbal, but they're like, wow.
Oh, he's making the actual noise.
And then I'm like, you can just play it on the drum.
Hey, money was tight. Yeah, didn't have time for
We got 6 hours. Wrap this up.
I think Some Faces is the best of the outtakes or whatever. But it's basically a 60s song. It's cute and it's okay. I still don't really like it at all.
It's very interesting listening to this and hearing all the different ways they could have gone.
That's what this thing is. And I think this is a horrible introduction for anybody who's never heard the band.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the first thing I've ever heard from the band.
Yeah.
Because every song is a different style or basically a different genre. And it's like, oh, they had no idea what they were doing. They had no identity.
Throwing stuff at the wall, seeing what sticks.
They're playing whatever it is they liked. And then they just ended up 1 year later becoming a very confident in this One Direction thing. And here, what the fuck is Bite My Hip, dude? His bullshit rockabilly? What the fuck is that?
I thought that one was a little more dark than like, what was it? Same Faces.
Or Some Faces.
Or some, yeah. That one worked a little better for me. I guess in the context of things, this is for like, hardcore fans only.
Yeah.
It's like, it's got the one song and then everything else is just like, if you are like, love the band, listen to it. Yeah,
that's exactly what it is. And in a way, I kind of wish I was like, I should have heard this first, but it doesn't matter because like, it's kind of neat. It's more neat. And I think that's why I couldn't give it worse at the end because like after I listened to all the albums, I went back to it and like, oh, I mean, now that I know what the band is, this is kind of endearing. Mm-hmm. And I still like the singles. The singles is what the world heard. Yeah. So I get it. And I also get why they picked those two songs out of this.
They're the most unique.
It's also they're the best. They're clearly the best. Like Boys is pretty good. It's not, I don't think it's nearly as good as Bela Session's Dead, but it has like interesting arrangements. There's a lot of herky jerkiness to it. It's very tight. The drums are minimal, but they're impactful. It's clearly like, oh, this band is something to keep your eye on.
Whoever was at I think it was Bela Lugosi was like, it caught the ears of the record label, probably 4AD. And, yeah, so whoever was working there, very smart to pick those two songs.
Yeah. I mean, was it them or was it the band who decided? Because like, I hope it was the band.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to be all hope. But there are some instances where like, as much as it's really easy and usually just to blame records for being or blame record labels for albums being bad and for making horrible decisions, but sometimes they fucking nail it. Like Stooges, Funhouse.
Yeah,
I believe the band wanted to start the album with
some song.
I think it was the second track.
Yeah,
I forget what it was. It's not TBI. Hold on.
I'm not gonna mess up my
that one.
Yeah,
that one. I think that was supposed to be the opening track. Mm-hmm. But the record label said "Down on the Street."
And
listening to it's like it couldn't be anything but "Down on the Street." It had to be "Down on the Street." I'm pretty sure it's called "Down on the Street." It's one of my favorite albums of all time. And I don't remember any of the song titles.
Hey man, you know the riffs.
I know all those stupid fucking sounds.
That's all that matters.
Loose. There we go.
Yeah,
that's the song. And you know why I remembered that it was called Loose?
Why is that?
Because the birthday party covered it, and I was thinking of that version.
There you go.
Interesting. Look at that. Full circle.
Yeah. It's so crazy. Like, growing up, I had no idea like the affection people had for 480.
Oh yeah.
So like now it's because like I would see it, but I wouldn't think anything of it. And now I'm like, man, they really were like powerhouses of like alternative music in the 80s.
They put out all the Pixies records, right?
I think so.
Yeah. I think that's what the first time I was introduced to them. Where again, I never really like dug deep in the label and tried to figure out everybody who's on there. But every time I see that name, it's always on a record I like.
Yeah. You should do 4AD versus Sub Pop episode.
Honestly, I'd probably go 4AD.
Probably more diverse, really.
Yeah, and I love Sub Pop and I love grunge, but still.
Yeah.
But my least favorite record still, because that shit in the middle is inexcusable. I'm so glad they went with the singles they did, and those are great singles, but still.
I was obviously not that bothered by it.
I at least knew that they weren't going to be full on 60s and rockabilly, because no kids in high school would have been listening to that shit.
No,
I know they're not that, but still.
No one's walking around with Chuck Berry patches. And
no.
Screaming Jay Hawkins.
Goddamn. But time to move on. Let's go into the first actual full length. First big one. They are now a band that knows what they are. And this is 1980s in the Flat Field.
I almost want to tell you to put on the second song because that's the original opener.
Yeah.
But this is
also if they had like I just listened to it in this order because like usually there's like other versions and this is just like
this is the one
that's canon now.
Yeah.
So
and it's not like this is a bad opener. I think it's a fucking awesome song. Like, this was such a refreshing thing after hearing the last EP. I'm like, okay, I'm on board. I'm totally on board.
This album, man, this album floored. Like, I love this album.
Love it
a lot. Yeah,
I love it. Yeah. And I love his fucking vocals so much now.
Yeah.
Like before the last record, they're kind of goofy. Like I get the style he's doing, but it's a little goofy. Here, it just fits real well.
But also, like, this is like what I think all goth rock should sound like.
Grimy?
Yeah. Like, it's the perfect, being dark lyrics and, like, dark music where, like, something like The Cure, I'm like, I get it, but they're not.
Stuff like pornography is I think is like legit dark and great.
But then you have like Friday, I'm in Love.
Yeah, I'm not thinking so much of Boys Don't Cry. That was early stuff anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, let's have a little talk.
Obviously, best personal
favorite. This is a fucking incredible album. I love it so much.
Same. I feel like it's been a while since I've like fallen in love with an album like this that I've never heard before. Which kind of makes the rest of getting a little ahead. Kind of makes the rest of the journey a little disappointing.
I disagree. I like this band. I'm a fan of this band now, and I never foresaw that in my youth. The thing is, this is one of those albums where I wish I fucking heard this in high school. Like,
same.
This was exactly what I was into. I fucking love this.
Yeah. I don't know if I would have liked it in high school, but I at least wish I heard it like 10 years ago, minimum. Like, almost like front to back. Just like, I have like a few issues with it, like Telegram Sam.
Oh, you don't like my issue with Small Talk Stinks. That's my only issue is that song.
That one's almost a parody.
It's a dumb fucking song. And here's the thing. I hated it when I first heard it. And then I went back to this album a bunch of times. On repeated listens, the song is actually fucking cool. It's that vocal line.
Yeah.
Small Talk Stinks. That's the only thing that's bad. The rest of the song is actually fucking great.
Yeah.
It just sticks in your head though. That's the problem with it. So I really, really, really wish on the reissues they kept Double Dare as the opener. I think it's so much fucking better as an opener.
I can't even pick because like I really love that, and then Double Dare comes on, and I'm just like, both these songs are equally as amazing. Like picking your favorite kid or something.
It's
I can't.
Brutal. It's so fucking heavy and it's
the like
fuzzy and sick and twisted. And
I wasn't expecting a band like this for the bass player to stand out so much, but he does.
Oh yeah.
Like I love the way the bass sounds on there. I love the spidery guitar effects on there. That
a lot of delay.
Also, I don't know if this is the John Peel version. I kind of read something on the wiki that they felt like the John Peel version was the best version, and they couldn't exactly like replicate it in the studio. So like that track alone is like why it took a little bit for this album to come out.
Yeah, they said it wasn't as good as the version on John, the version they did with Peel. But yeah. So they had to appeal to use that version.
So this
process took forever.
Yeah, this is the like ultimate version. Then I mean,
it's a fucking amazing sounding song. It's so goddamn good. The title track. It was when I was like, okay, I'm getting the Joy Division vibes. I get how they were all in the same kind of thing. Like it doesn't sound like Joy Division, but you feel the same when listening to it. Bad.
Yeah, The like also instead of like being like more like dour, this is not very aggressive, but more like frantic in your face, and you get that with like the tom, the
heavy tribal drumming.
Yes,
most of the drumming is toms.
Yeah,
it works real well, and I always thought that I would get tired of a thing like that. Like I'm thinking of just top of my head, I'm thinking of
Surfing Bird.
No, God no, I'm thinking of the ISIS album. And the Absence of Truth, is that the one?
Probably.
Where I felt like.
Sorry, I got like flashbacks when you said it. I don't remember which one.
The second to last album.
Okay, yeah.
Where it was my least favorite because the drummer just kept doing a bunch of tribal stuff, and I just kept noticing like, why is he still doing the same fucking thing?
Yeah.
But the thing is, the drummer's doing that here, but it doesn't feel repetitive. It's just the way the songs are structured and the way they're sequenced. It's just I think way more tasteful, way more what's the word? I can't think of the word, but it's keeps you guessing more. It's less predictable. Plus, you get songs like fucking Dive, which is
that's
goth disco. I mean,
yeah, that's crazy. I can like think of modern. I don't even know if they're considered modern anymore because I'm of that age. But something like Death from Above or The Rapture doing a song like Dive, and it's just like, this song is like 20, 30 years ahead of its time. They do like a whole genres of this now. A God in an Alcove is another one of those songs where the drums are barely doing stuff, mostly just hi-hat stuff, but God damn, is it effective? That song felt a little lackluster's not the right word, but it didn't like stick with me the way the other ones did. But at the end, I was like, it's not a fucking boring song though. It's very interesting.
I love it. I think that one stuck with me more than a lot of them. Well, that one in Stigmata Martyr. God damn. It's got to be like one of the dark, heaviest, brutal songs on the album.
Yeah, the guitars on that very, very buzzsaw, like this cuts to your soul.
And then I think there might be pianos sprinkled other places, but most notably on Nerves, the closer, or the original closer, not in this the reissue.
And then, there's like
ton of bonus tracks.
Yeah.
On this version, there's 6, I think.
I was surprised to see when I went to the because Apple Music has like the Essentials playlist. I was surprised to see Telegram Sam on there.
Oh, interesting.
I'm like, it must be a fan favorite. But I don't know. That was more like,
it's fine. It has like some hard rockness to it. I didn't love it, but here's the thing: all the bonus tracks I could take or leave.
Yeah,
and these are all. Out of all, because every record except for the last one has a ton of bonus tracks tacked on. This one has the best set of bonus tracks, I think, by far.
They're the more diverse bonus tracks because I feel like the albums after that, the bonus tracks are kind of samey.
Yeah, they're well, except for like one album. Most of them are bonus tracks from that era.
Yeah,
so they all kind of sound before that. They all sound. not the same, but like these were like I think written before they had fully developed into this thing. So that's why they have like a lot of diversity to it. Yeah, they're not bad. They just definitely sound like B-sides, but god damn, like, but the record though, the first 10 tracks, like, I'm gonna keep going back to that one for a fucking while. St. Vitus Dance, God, like the shit like that were
Evil Devo.
Yeah, exactly. Evil Devo. It has this weird, really.
Also, I didn't realize how funny that sounds. I wrote it.
Oh shit!
Saying it aloud is.
It has like the same kind of Devo buzzy electronic sound. I think it's still a guitar, but it's very very buzzy and very. Parts of it feel industrial, in like old industrial and like metal, not so much like Nine Inch Nails. Like metal clanging together, not like metal is just so many fucking words that mean a bunch of different things. But
industrial steel.
Yes, exactly.
Birmingham. No, they're not from Birmingham. But
no. But goddamn, it's. I mean, it's rad. I'm assuming this is like everyone's favorite. It's gotta be.
Yeah, it's gotta be.
It's just too fucking good. It's just too fucking good.
Yeah, this is. Yeah, if you see this on a list of like 100 albums you must hear before you die, this lives up to the hype.
Yeah. Unique style, dark and sick. Totally see why this inspired a whole fuck ton of people.
Yeah.
Honestly, look at like I don't even have to look at the list of the people it's influenced. I could hear it in there. Like I am hearing Swans all over the place. Like it's crazy. So it's delightful.
Yeah, that influence list on Wikipedia is fucking huge.
Massive.
Yeah.
And I get it. But now we're on to the rest. This is 1981's Mask.
Wait, sorry, because they put Mask in a stupid place.
Oh, they put it in the comp.
I got a little mixed up right now. I apologize.
All good.
All right, I'm here.
Here we go.
Is this not the bass line to Get Smart?
Is that? I was thinking like that. I was thinking of the roaming down the street late at night. Jack the Ripper.
The point remains, it is a very derivative bass line.
Yeah.
This sounds like a lot of things. Actually, crank it one more beat. That guitar is fucking buried.
I can see why a producer did that, because it's not a riff.
It's more of a soundscape for sure. Yeah, this is like post-punk spy. It's fine.
Yeah. Still good songs. Still kind of like continuing what we heard on the previous record.
I do stand that this production is for sure shittier. Not by that much, but it's definitely shittier.
Yeah. Still good song, I believe. Comic book writer, or he doesn't write. He probably doesn't like being called that. Alan Moore.
He's a fucking comic book writer. I don't care if you think you're some fucking magician. No, wait, that's Grant Morrison. He's the magician. No, Alan Moore is the psychopath who looks like Jesus.
I'm pretty sure if you're a British comic book writer, you think they're all just magicians. You think you're a wizard, but he really likes this album.
Really?
Which is interesting, because you would think he was a in flat field guy.
Well, he's wrong, because this is a weaker album, but like without a doubt, a weaker album. It's like I'm not, whatever. He has his opinion, I don't care. But like this is a noticeable step down. It's not. I think it's still a fine album. It's a good album, but a huge noticeable step down, especially in writing. None of these bass lines I think are at all interesting. The songs I do like, it's mostly in just the presentation and the way they do it and the vibe of it. Like Muscle and Plastic. Like I love the drums in there. I think the bass lines are pretty but it just feels good. And then was it The Man with X-Ray Eyes and the title track? I like both of those a lot.
So yeah, similar feelings for Muscle and Plastic. Title track.
I think title track is probably the best song.
Yeah, it's more also this feels more minimal too. Like they're using less soundscapes than like our effects.
That's what I mean about the production being a lot weaker.
Mask and Hollow Hills were kind of similar to me.
Hollow Hills, I fucking can't. It's not that I hate it.
It's so moody.
It's the baseline is like it's very similar to "Come As You Are" from Nirvana. It's extremely similar.
Which is another goth. Or wait, what was the? Oh, fuck! What's that fucking band? Killing Joke.
Yeah, the song '80s.
Yeah. Another goth adjacent band.
They're post punk. They're straight up post punk. Any kind of similarities with gothiness would just be like a similarity with a band like this because like they're just post punk. But Killing Joke is a fucking rad band that I think we have to do at some point. I can't believe I haven't like suggested it already, but. Hollow Hills just bores me. The same with Dancing and Kick in the Eye. And there's a lot of funkiness.
There's a lot of funkiness. Let me talk about a bonus track, In Fear of Dub.
Oh.
Which reminds me of a funk group called ESG. So a lot of funkiness.
It's just in Fear of Fear, but right? But just what's more experimental.
I think maybe.
Okay. In Fear of Fear, I think is fine. I like that song just fine, but it's just that song, but dubby and experimental.
Okay. I guess while we're talking about dancey things, of Lilies and Remains,
I dig it.
You can hear like the Velvet Underground influence on there.
The spoken word stuff. Yeah. I like it. I think the spoken word stuff works pretty well. Again, the bass lines are like, it's fine. Like compared to the last time, where like these bass lines are fucking rule.
Like I said, was not expecting this to be a bass band, but
yeah,
it is. It is.
Like, even though I don't like the bass line so much, it's still they're good arrangers, or they're good at arrangements or whatever. Passion of Lovers reeks of gothiness, and I think it's pretty great.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite songs. It's catchier than probably anything on here.
I hate the chorus, but I think it's a cool song. I think it's objectively a cool song, but I just can't stand that chorus.
Yeah, that's I like you pointed out, sometimes the guitar playing is like pushed in the back, but on that song, it's when I like I use guitar playing very loosely.
It's all moody. It's like that's characteristic of this genre and stuff.
Yeah.
Without it, it would feel like I'm thinking of like Cocktail Twins' first album. What the fuck was it called?
That was a good one. I forget what it was called.
Yeah, it is a good one. That's my favorite one. I forgot what it's called.
That one is pretty much like a goth album.
Yeah, it's very gothy, it's very post-punky. And the thing is, it does on that album what the guitar does on here in a lot of bands like this, where they're just hanging on one little thing, but everything around them is playing the song. And without that one little repetitive guitar line, it would not be the same song.
Yes.
It really does make a huge difference.
We're talking about Garland's. Way better than
Jeff Garland's. Love it.
Jeff Garland's way better than Heaven or Las Vegas. Fight me.
I agree.
That's what we got shit for, right?
Hey, sorry we're old school, buddy. Sorry we're old school.
Oh, we're just a couple of moody boys.
Dude. I love crying. But I think also every bonus track is awful. I fucking hate
it's yeah.
By the way, Harry's as a bonus track on this album.
So yeah, it's like we heard it.
Yeah,
we heard it before. We don't need that one again.
It's the most. I think the most dubby stuff is on here.
It is.
Yeah,
like Earwax is another.
Yeah,
just pretty dub. Nothing innovative about it. Just hey, we like this.
There's a song that's literally named after every band member.
That song is bonkers.
It is wild. It's fucking weird. It starts out like a piano ballad, and then quickly goes fucking crazy.
It is
wacky like, electronic sounds, drum machines.
It is like 4 or 5. I forget how many people are in this.
4 songs. Yeah, four songs basically. 4 members, 4 songs in one. And then at the end, there was like this little acoustic guitar section. I was like, all right. And then eventually, just it wasn't enough to save for me. But speaking of acoustic guitars, they're finally not finally, but they're implementing some acoustic stuff, especially on the title track, that I think is fucking awesome. And I was like, yes, more of this, please. And I was pleased to pleased to hear that they do pursue more of this. And then you start to see the goth connection because the really bright acoustic guitars that you hear in a lot of goth stuff. I love that sound. I think it's a great sound, and I think that it works well here. But overall, it's not fair to listen to this right after the first album. It's so much weaker.
It's a disappointing follow-up. It's not an awful album.
Right.
But yeah.
But now we gonna move on. So this is 1982's The Sky's Gone Out.
You know what's crazy about this song, Third Uncle, is a Brian Eno cover.
Oh, is it? Oh, is it?
I looked up the Brian Eno version. Somehow, the Brian Eno version is more twisted and dark.
Do you remember which album it's off of?
I don't.
I'm gonna find it because I've only heard one Brian Eno album, and it might have been the one with this song on it.
Yeah, I saw it as a cover, so I looked it up and man.
Yep, it's from Take It Tiger Mountain. I have heard the original.
Okay.
It's a great album.
Yeah.
It's a great album. I was wondering why the song sounded familiar. You know those bongos in the background?
Yeah,
it's very
two drummer song.
I know. Louder, cleaner, clearer production.
It's weird because very high energy, but I'm not thinking goth music.
No. Well, the first thing I thought, the second this came on, was post-punk city. This is all post-punk. There's nothing dark and evil about this. It really feels like Gang of Four. Yeah, this song I fucking love this song. It does go on a little longer than I think it should. It's pretty lengthy, but I really like this album. This could have been, go ahead.
Definite improvement over the second album.
This could have been a personal favorite for me, because the only thing that stopped it, there's two big things that stopped it.
Yeah.
Swing the Heartache and Exquisite Corpse. Ruined it. Just killed it for me. But I fucking really like, these songs are awesome.
I really like Swing the Heartache. It's just, there's a very sleazy vibe to it.
It is so atonal. It's the most industrial sounding thing ever, where it's clangy as fuck. It's really, I love the production on it, but it sounds like everyone is playing against each other. I think it's a terrible fucking song that had the elements to be something I love.
This is a fucking weird album though.
Oh yeah.
And then of course, talking about the Three Shadows, part 1, 2, and 3.
Dude, I love every one of those fucking songs so much for different reasons, because they're all completely different.
Yeah, but end of the day, I'm I'll take something weird and off the wall over something like the previous album, which felt more safe, I guess.
That's a weird way to put it, but it is exactly what it was. It was a safe Bauhaus album. This one is a leap forward in musicality and just experimenting, but not in the dicking around noise way, more in we haven't done a completely instrumental, no drums composition before. Let's do that.
This album's going to take you to the Ren Fair.
Oh God. Damn, I love it. Fucking, what am I thinking of? I can't remember the song I'm thinking of.
Thinking Spirit?
Am I thinking of Spirit?
Because that was when I thought medieval Renaissance fair.
I was thinking a lot of Eastern in there, a lot of Eastern influence in there. That's a strange song that I really like, that I could totally see other people hating. I like
how it's almost juxtapose of this very clean, simple thing, but there is some noise in there. There's Murphy, this screaming, it is a very cool, unique track.
Love Silent Hedges, Love in the Night, like in the 90s, was it funky guitars with evil dark bass lines, like, and then he has that, he just goes full punk right in the middle.
Yeah.
Like, and holy shit, that's a crazy song.
I kind of thought of Alice Cooper a little bit on that song. There's some like electronic stuff too, like very, very neat. Like this album is nothing but curveballs, really. And like, was this the one where he keeps singing about like fishes for some reason?
I don't know. I hope.
I think it was. I don't know why I didn't shot it, but like he keeps bringing up fishes and it's so fucking weird.
Well, I got the high omega 3s, but so the Three Shadows songs, so the first one is instrumental and it's like, you know, guitar and bass centric. And then part 2 adds vocals, ups the tempo a little bit.
Some waltzy stuff.
Goes waltzy. And then part 3 adds fucking bright pianos, goes even faster. I fucking love it.
It does like accumulate to this peak insanity on 3.
More acoustic goodness with All We Ever Wanted Was Everything.
Yes,
love it. Fucking gorgeous
song.
Upright bass in there too.
I know, and then it's considered a bonus song, but I thought it'd be cooler because I think it's one of their more famous ones. Is the cover of Ziggy Stardust?
Oh, right. Yeah,
this is a pretty straightforward.
It is straightforward as shit.
I was like, give me the Bauhaus version of that. I want to hear that.
Yeah.
And
it is just Ziggy Stardust. There's nothing changed.
No.
Yeah.
But obviously you can hear Bowie so much in their stuff.
So Exquisite Corpse, which I think really let me down in terms of closers. Like, holy
I think that song, because the Three Shadows is so ambitious and epic that like they don't sound the same, Exquisite Corpse and the Three Shadows, but like concept wise, these like big, like far out there songs, it's a bit much back to back.
Well, I don't mind it so much conceptually. I think the execution is mad sloppy because there's a lot of like reverse sounds and then experimental tinkering and stuff, which is fine. I mostly don't care for it, but I don't hate it. And then around halfway through, the gothy acoustic guitars come in. It starts elaborating it. I'm like, okay, this is fucking great. Hell yes. And then, bam, reggae.
Yep.
It just out of nowhere, like it's such a different, like I appreciate it in like, oh, there's no way you would have ever seen this completely happy sounding reggae part coming, but I fucking hate it. So even though I appreciate that I wasn't expecting it, it just dragged the whole song. It sounded Frankenstein together, like just whereas
which is appropriate for goth band.
I suppose so. It wasn't Dracula together though, but
it wasn't Draggy.
But was it the Three Shadows where it felt like three distinct things all building up into one kind of big thing. This feels like, all right, this is going here, and it's all randomized. It just felt sloppy and like a bad closer.
Smashing them together.
Pretty much.
I did like 2 bonus songs on here.
Really?
Party of the first part?
Part of the first part, yeah.
That sounds like something like Madlib or MF Doom would sample.
Yeah,
like
the whole song is like background music to show off the dialogue for this animated movie.
Yeah. So I kind of dug it because it made me think of those things. And then a fun little number here. Watch That Granddad Go.
Hate it so much.
I like it.
It's so long.
I like it. It may have like boosted the previous album a little bit if it was on there.
Holy shit.
Because there's some like more dancey things.
It's funky. It's a lot more disco. It's dissonant and strange, but it wasn't for me.
I like it.
It's funny how much time we spent shitting on this album, and I really like this album a lot. Like, I think it fucking rules. Just those 2 songs just drag it down for me.
It's very ambitious. If nothing else, I think if people don't like this album, you can't say the band wasn't trying bonkers shit here.
That's the thing. Hearing this, like, these were really talented songwriters and just music makers, because this, I think, is the most impressive from I keep saying conceptual, but it's like the most impressive like collection of ideas. like the most impressive use of instrumentation, the most impressive use of any kind of musicality, and especially diversity. Like without a doubt, the best, most diverse album they've ever put out, I think, is this one. It's just not the most consistent.
Yeah. And I guess it's fucking hard to do like multiple amazing albums, but yeah, this I never got that high of.
That's a special album that I look at the first album like X's Los Angeles or Fear's the Record or the Adolescents' first album, where it's like I'm just naming a bunch of punk bands, where like there's no way you're gonna match that. Like you just came out so hot at the beginning. There's no way. But you can still do good stuff, but there's no chance you're gonna match that. That's a lot of things in this era and the punk scene and stuff.
It is, but yeah, man, as you just it's not fair to the other albums.
It's not fair to the other albums, but I was not disappointed by them. Like I still think they're a really talented band, and I like this album. And this is like my second favorite album. So we still got a couple more though. Couple more. So this is 1983's Burning from the Inside.
We got volume. This song's so fucking good.
So gothy.
Yes, it instilled a sense of security in me I don't think I should have had about this album, though.
Really? This let me down as an opener. I don't like this as an opener. It is so low energy.
I don't know. It works for me with a band like this. But Peter Murphy was sick during the recording of this. So David J. and Daniel Ash were kind of like the main songwriters. Although I think they're, for the most part, I think they're relatively like cool band where most of the songs are just credited to all the members.
Right.
All guys tumble on the cutting room floor. Look like spore on the cutting room floor. It's in the
Yeah, this is pretty cool.
I just lay in bed, light some candles. That song.
I really like that song until it goes all dubby at the end. And it goes like a full lengthy dub jam, and it ruined it for me.
I love the dub part. I love it. But having said that, Worsley's favorite.
Whoa! Hold on, I need a second here. Hold on.
I did not dole that out lightly. They could have gone a few ways.
Yeah, could have. What the fuck? Explain yourself.
I think just that the songwriting it feels really off to me. It's missing something. Obviously,
it for sure is.
Peter Murphy was missing.
Right.
And so that's mostly why I gave it. It's just like, you know, it could have gone to the next album. Sure.
Yeah. Could have.
But then I was just like, both these, the N2 albums are like, they're both off to me. Like you don't get the highs of even like The Sky's Gone.
Right.
So like, I'm like, this is just missing too much.
I think this one had a couple of those highs for me.
Yeah.
Notably, fucking King Volcano, which I adore. I fucking love that song.
You love the medieval numbers.
I love that shit.
No, it's a good song. It's a good song.
Medieval acoustic guitars, tambourines and shit. In the chant, there's a lot of chant vocals, which is like, I didn't miss Peter so much because I like his voice just fine, but this whole record is so goddamn gothy. I think it's their most goth record sounding, most goth sounding. I need to start talking slower.
Yeah.
Most goth sounding record by far. So like the compensation with like the group vocals and the heavy echo and reverb on all the vocals, it doesn't bother me so much because it fits in with the whole overall vibe of the whole thing. I'm not missing anything so much.
Yeah, this felt too empty to me.
Although I will give you one thing vocally is Slice of Life.
Slice of Life.
Those vocals are basically Pink Floyd.
Yeah, there's some cool ideas there, but it's just not. It's
I like
not
the song. I dig it.
And then like Who Killed Mr. Moonlight?
Hate that song. Don't like that one. Yeah.
Yeah, that's like them doing the Beatles kind of. And yeah, I would say that Slice of Life and Honeymoon Croon is kind of like them doing the Beatles. Like Honeymoon Croon is also like feels like it could be in a rock opera, not in the sense that there's operatic vocals or it sounds like Queen or anything, but it feels like very big and cinematic.
I like Honeymoon Croon. I don't think it's anything spectacular, but I dig it. And yeah, songs like Kingdom's Coming, I fucking love it. Like I was so happy that they ran with the acoustic stuff because I was hoping that, like, I didn't mention this earlier, but aside from the first album, after the first album, they pretty much completely abandoned the really fucked up, twisted brutality that was on the first album. It's gone after that.
Yeah, and it's never coming back.
It's never coming back, and I loved it. That's my favorite thing about them. It's okay, whatever. As soon as I heard signs of them going more pretty and acoustic, lean into that because I also love that, and they did. So it was like a consolation prize for me.
Okay.
So songs like Kingdom's Coming, I think are fucking awesome. I think they're actually really good at the acoustic stuff, and Hope is a left turn of a closer because it is the happiest song I think they've ever done, and I think it's gorgeous.
I didn't care for it.
God damn it!
And then I think the main song that did me in was the title track. Holy shit!
Wait a minute.
Is that song boring?
Okay. You put it on. Yeah, we haven't been putting too many samples, but you know you're right. You're right.
A little bit. Also, this is like 9 minutes.
It's way long.
It's pretty much 2 sections.
Yeah.
It's this, and then it goes into like a funky David Bowie thing.
Yeah. It is too. It's a lot of it is goth funk.
It is,
which we're not hearing yet, but I assure you that's what it is.
Man, this album cover is fucking cool.
I love almost all their album covers. I think they're fucking great album covers. Yeah. Especially I would have got the name of it because I'm a fucking hack. Sky's Gone Out. I think it's possibly my favorite cover.
That made me think a little bit of the Crass reissues.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So this goes on for 2 minutes.
Okay, you want to skip forward?
To the...
Well...
and look at the floor.
Okay, so...
It's a long song, and that is... But a taste, and that was a long taste of the same fucking riff over and over again.
It's too damn much. I fucking was very disappointed in that song. I don't know how to say this.
Lagartija?
Nick?
Lagartija, Nick. Lagartija, Nick.
Speaking of sounding like modern bands, I got a little bit of the Viagra Boys.
Really?
I was thinking about the Viagra Boys.
I forgot about the Viagra Boys.
They, man. Dropped an album or an EP this year.
Fuck. Well, I gotta check that out.
It's fun.
They're a fun band. They're a fucking fun band. And I do appreciate them. It's like that song to me. It was like, it's sleazy goth dive bar rock. Like interesting. I did actually kind of like both Departure and the Sanity Assassin. Those bonus tracks.
Oh yeah. Sanity Assassin, not bad.
Yeah, it's fun and new. And then I think that bass line in Departure is so charming and strange. Like, actually put that on a little bit. We haven't put on any bonus tracks, but like. Normally it's just skip all the bonus tracks, but there's some stuff there. Like, you never know what you're going to end up liking.
Also, like, the way the albums are presented, it's almost like the bonus tracks are part of the...
I don't like that, because it makes everything seem way too fucking long.
It does.
This bass line.
Oh. There's that reggae.
I think it's an awesome bass line. I don't know what it is about it. It's just so uneasy. It's like a nauseous bass line.
you know, if the Cramps wrote something like that, they would just drive it into the ground immediately.
They would do.
Poison Ivy's like rewinding it to figure out what chords you're mouthing there.
No.
She's like, you're on to something, Mike.
I don't know what you're talking about, kid, but I like it.
You gotta be a star.
Fucking, I don't know. I still like this album. I still actually enjoy it. It does have some inexcusable parts, but I even don't mind Antonin Artaud. It's like haunted house, spooky and fast. It's all right. I dig it.
Yeah.
But
Shits and Parties and King Volcano are just
those
two.
I mean, I have problems with She's and Parties, but King Volcano, that one in Kingdom's Coming. Those are my two.
Yeah, they just need to record a whole medieval album for you.
I never want to kick my own ass more than right now. Holy shit!
It could happen.
I think it can't at this point with these guys. I think they're done.
Well, you know, we'll get into that.
We'll see.
Yeah.
So we got one more, and we all know what's going to happen next. This is the reunion, people. All right, you ready? Here
I wasn't even ready. I thought I was.
Oh shit! Here we go. 2008's "Go Away White."
A lower, like one. There we go.
That is a fucking day tripper bass line.
That's Taxman.
Oh, Taxman.
Yeah. Or Day Tripper. I mean, whatever. It's the Beatles.
So, yeah. And then, they took a Beatles bass line and put it in a Bowie song.
Yep.
Which is funny because Bowie's last album doesn't even sound like Bowie.
Oh yeah. I haven't heard it, but I know. I know what you're talking about.
I love that album because it would be like years before we got. I love that album so much.
Yeah.
Cause I'm the tax man. We're the tax man.
This is horrible. I fucking hate this song, and I can't take it. Obviously, worst.
Oh my God, worst.
Yeah,
come on.
I'm not mad at that. So yeah, they like broke up pretty much.
Yeah. So what happened? Where did they break up originally?
83, just egos, not getting along. Reunited in 98.
98?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Obviously, no recordings.
Oh yeah.
Or no. They did a song for the Heavy Metal 2000 soundtrack.
Oh my God.
Out of all the things
to reunite for.
Well, they reunited and then they did like the song.
Well, who else was on that soundtrack?
I remember it being kind of like industrial. It was more like industrial and moody than
actual metal.
Yeah. It's it's been a long time since I've watched or consumed any heavy metal because it's insane cartoon.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then so they did. So then, like, nothing really became of that. This little thing, and then the Coachellas got them.
Oh, they got bit by that Coachella money.
I mean, in 05, like,
yeah,
I think you could still do one-day tickets. It wasn't
nearly
what it is now.
Not even close, but I'm sure the payday was still pretty fat.
Yeah, you know? From what I've read, smashing results. It's I believe there's a few videos on Apple Music.
Did you watch them?
No, I didn't.
I watched them.
Is it cool?
It's kind of entertaining because it was a pretty big deal when they were reunited, and the first song they played was Bela Lugosi's Dead, and they brought out Peter upside down.
Yeah, nice.
They lowered him like fucking Dracula to sing the song, and he looks like goddamn Eddie Izzard. Like, it's like bleach blonde, the same facial hair, super British, old. I was like, this is just Eddie Izzard. Why is he fucking? It's wild, but
oh man.
So let's go back to the album a little bit. No, keep going because they reunited and then they recorded this.
Yeah,
later.
they had a fun time. They recorded this and then like broke up
immediately after recording, right?
Yeah,
they said they weren't going to tour on it. And
they're very good about like not talking shit about each other. I think one of the members compared it to like it's a chemistry experiment.
Oh, right, with the bubbling.
You pour something in, it's okay. You pour something in, and then finally you pour something in, it spills out and it blows up. Yeah.
It's a very kind way to put that.
Yeah.
Very kind way to put that. So this album is bad for a lot of reasons. And one of the reasons is that they write the songs like that, Too Much 21st Century, where they're just okay. They're going for a very traditional Beatles type sounding thing. And then right after that, you get Adrenaline, which I was like, okay, this is fine. And then I had to go back and listen to it because that is not a fine song. It is just better than the first song. Yes. That's all it is. It's still a bad song. It's just better than the first song. And I will give it, it's the loudest, most expensive sounding album by far. It sounds fine, but it doesn't have any post-punkiness, no gothiness. There's gothiness on here as it goes on, but I mean like in terms of production quality.
Most goth thing is Endless Summer of the Dam.
I liked it. I thought it was worse on second listen, but I still think it's fine. I love Saved. I think Saved is a good song, is a fucking great song actually.
Yeah, that's why I didn't give it, because ultimately there's more songs I like.
There's a lot of good songs on here. I will give it that.
Saved and Mirrors, Mirror Remains. They're like almost psychedelic. Probably they probably this are psychedelic.
I'm not into Mirror Remains so much. It's not terrible, but this is a big important thing that we got to talk about. Peter now has a voice.
Yes.
He is now Dracula. He is the Lord of Darkness now. He sings like Transylvanian. It's crazy.
Yeah, he let you know when he
lowered himself. And it's not that he was a bad singer in the 80s. He had a cool, distinct style, but he had a style. Now it's like, oh, he spent all these years singing and practicing, and now he's a full-on singer now. Like he has a good voice.
Yeah.
It's just funny. It's just it's just fun. Like which songs make me laugh the most? I think it's Undone. Undone has some of the funniest fucking vocals.
I liked it.
Even Mirror Remains has some pretty funny vocals. Blackstone Heart, even though I like the song, the vocals make me laugh so hard. They're so funny. They're like so much of that.
That was one of the songs I didn't like. The like whole like tambourine rock made me think of like Jet and Wolfmother. Yeah, I think there's like whistling on that song.
Oh, but where I think like the production is the least gothy thing they've ever done, especially the bass is like the most dubby it's ever sounded to.
Yeah.
At the very end, you get fucking the Dogs of Vapor and Zikir, which is like the most gothy.
Yeah.
I love them.
Same.
They're
Same.
great fucking songs.
Yeah. I love those two songs too much to give this any bad accolades.
Exactly.
But I almost like when it started off and it's like Too Much 20th Century and Adrenaline and even International Bulletproof Talent, which is more like hard rock than
I hate it. So strip clubby.
It is. There are some strip club fucking. This was produced by Tommy Lee. No. Sorry. I'm fucking around.
That would have been so good. I get it now. I like the album now. I've changed my mind.
That would have been more interesting.
It would have been something.
Yeah. But yeah, at first, that's why I almost like gave it the bad accolades, because I'm like, this isn't why anyone listens to this band.
Yeah.
This album, but then, yeah, the
thing is, so even though I do really like a lot of parts on here, so much in a row is bad. Like the first half of the album, I can't listen to the first half. Like
it is weaker.
When half of the album is unlistenable, you have no chance. I'm sorry. So even though like I said, songs like Dogs of Vapor and Zikir, whatever, I like them a lot, but I like them entirely because of the production and the vibe and the mood and the gothiness of it and like the way they present it, especially the closer, because it's not much of a song. It's more of a mood piece, really. It's not the writing. I think is bad throughout. Like these are not great songs, but just some of it is pulled off really well.
Yeah. Yeah, there's, I'm like, I don't know. That's like 4 songs, maybe 5 songs I would listen to, and I feel like that's more than anything on Burning from the Inside.
Oh man.
And then so they broke up again, but they did get back in 2019. Yes. Yeah. December. So then I'm like, there's hope.
There is hope. I remember that because I'm a big fan of YMH with Tom Segura and Christina P. And Christina P., Tom Segura's wife, she's a huge goth head. Like she was all like that in high school. So she's like a massive Bauhaus fan. And she was talking about going to see them when they reunited.
I think it was like they announced the show. It sold out so fast, so they added like 2 more or something crazy.
I mean, the popularity is only.
What are they doing playing the Palladium? You got to go.
Oh yeah,
like Greek minimum. Greek theater.
Yeah, I imagine. I mean, I just like smaller venues, and I think that intimacy is fucking. It makes for better shows, and like, it gives like the performer more freedom to kind of fuck up the place a little bit. I like that freedom to like, hey, I'm just gonna knock some shit over, and who's gonna stop me?
For the I feel like we have a lot of international viewers, but for the few people who are in Los Angeles, I would like 9 out of 10 times go to the Greek over the Palladium. I think
Palladium is a bad venue. I think it is a bad venue.
Yeah,
I hate it.
Yeah,
I truly hate it. We talked about that, but also I'm not that picky with venues. I just have ones that I don't notice and then ones that I don't like. And then Palladium is one that I actively dislike.
Oh, the Greeks outside. It's beautiful.
I think it's fine. I think it's cool. But I think I'm more opposed to anything just when it gets too big. I'm always like, all right, I have to have the seating, and then I can't really. I think it's the fucking grimy animal young kid in me.
Sure,
that
still.
I mean, I used to fucking stage dive and do backflips and all that shit and crowd surf and push people. I was all into that when I was younger.
Yeah.
Not anymore. But a lot of part of that is still in me to appreciate that and love that. You know. But wait, so they haven't played since 2019, right?
Oh yeah, for obvious reasons.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, I wonder if they are planning something. That'd be interesting.
Yeah, like maybe they did want to do something, but they couldn't. And
exactly.
Maybe something's in the works as we speak.
That would be neat. It
would be neat. I would figure out a way to max out my credit card even more if they announced a show.
Goddamn. Yeah, entertaining fucking band. I'm so glad I ended up just jumping out a fan because it's just one of those bands that I can't believe I've never listened to. And here we are being paid to listen to it, and I'm happy about it.
Yes.
Hell yeah. So let's do a little recap.
Best personal favorite in the flat field. Fucking almost, if there weren't those bonus track, start to finish original track listing, amazing.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And then worst least favorite, Burning from the Inside. Not enough Murphy.
Yeah. Not enough Murphy. For me, the Bela Sessions EP, least favorite because of all the shit that they didn't release for good reason. All right, the single's still good, but I can't go back to that fucking thing. In the flat field, best personal favorite. It's going to be on rotation for a while. That is one of those albums you gotta check it out. If you're at all interested in 80s alt music, it is a fucking must.
Or this dark music in general.
And go away white. Worse because too much Murphy, too much Murphy.
Too much.
He's gone full.
But also
El Vampire on that one.
Also, the back half of that album, pretty interesting.
It's pretty interesting, but the Taxman shit, I can't take it. I can't ever fucking listen to that shit again. So thank you so much for listening and watching. Thank you, James, especially you for fucking making us do this because goddamn, he has a lot of other requests that we're gonna get to at some point that are all very cool. And you too, Dick Buffman, if you're still out there.
R.I.P. Dick Buffman.
He led a very strong life, but. And this is super fun. But yeah, if you want to support us, like and subscribe and comment and all that shit. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitch. I do stuff on Twitch. I'm probably going to be doing tonight. Be playing a little guitar and all that shit. Twitter, Instagram, all social media at PanderMonkey. And you can follow Alex on Instagram.
At Mother Puncture.
Hell yes. And of course, patreon.com/everyalbumever if you want to help us out and keep us fed. Bonus episodes, early access to certain episodes, discounts off the merch. You get to see who we're covering ahead of schedule. Of course, tier 2 gets to jump the line, make us listen to whoever you want for the most part. Unless it's like something egregious, then I'll be like, you suck my balls.
If you're pushing like 20 albums,
we've gotten some requests for 20. Like, they weren't Patreon requests; they're just standard requests for like 20 plus albums. Like, I'd like to, but holy shit, that's gonna take a while.
You know what? If someone wants more money, how about that?
More money.
Like Ted DiBiase said, everybody's got a price.
You got to fucking model your life after one of the most notorious heels in wrestling.
Yeah.
I mean, I do go Ric Flair off all the time, but he's mostly high on cocaine.
Yeah. No, I go a guy who offers to pay a kid $100 if he could dribble a ball 5 times and on the 4th one kicks it out from underneath
That's genius.
him.
That's genius, though.
One of the best heel. I hope they like gave that kid.
I hope not.
Like merch.
I hope not. I hope not, because that kid would believe it even more.
Yeah, that's right. Kayfabe.
Yeah, I want him to believe that he was just completely disrespected by a full-grown adult. Like,
he had so a fucking manservant.
He did. Oh shit! God damn.
Way off topic, but fun.
Way off topic. But I think, was that it for plugs? I mean, we did the Patreon. I forgot to plug at the beginning of the episode. Spotify playlist on Bauhaus. You'll find a link in the description. We got playlists associated with all this stuff. And I think that's about it.
Yes.
If I'm not mistaken. Check out all our other episodes on all the post-punky gothy stuff. It's fun stuff if you haven't done that already. And it's time to wrap. Who get last song? What's gonna be?
Well, would I be correct that we're just gonna do double? Like, no matter who.
Double dare?
Like,
I think it has to be double dare.
Yeah. We're just on the same page here.
Oh, it's gotta be. Hell yeah. So thank you so much for listening and watching. See ya.